with Swivelhead News coming to you live here from my van down by the wash. Trying to stay warm in the high desert of Arizona. It's 12 degrees right now. I got down to 5 last night, so sometimes staying warm is a challenge. I'm all kind of bundled up and I'm cold. Got a little heater running here, but it don't quite cut the mustard. So, guys, we are in the danger zone. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially with the inauguration coming up. This is what we got to worry about, my friends. The inauguration of Donald Trump is just 4 days from now, and there are a lot of warnings concerning that. As a matter of fact, the agencies have said there's a heightened political risk, potentially violent, is what they're claiming. What I worry about is drones, because as you might know, Major Marjorie Green, excuse me, just came out and made an announcement that there were unauthorized drones flying over the White House recently because the flight she was landing on had to be diverted because of those. You're not hearing a lot about that, right? And as you might know, there's a geofencing program in the drones that China's been selling to the United States, which is supposed to keep the drones out of no-fly zones like over the military bases and White House and events like this. But guess what? They decided just suddenly to drop that capability. So anybody can fly a drone anywhere now that comes from their major drone company, DJI. And of course, these drones that had been sent over New Jersey apparently didn't have that restriction on them anyway, because there were drones going over our military bases, and like I said, the drones that we just recently saw over the White House. So what could be at risk? Uh, anyway, there's plenty to be concerned about here on the 20th coming up. And it's not just the inauguration. There's a lot of threats for repeats of activities like we saw New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, with the what happened in New Orleans, the bombing, where there's somebody driving vehicles through crowds, things like that. So a lot to be concerned with all the sleeper cells we have in this country right now. Things may be getting turned on. A lot of people don't want to see. A lot of people don't want to see these kind of things come to pass. But guys, it could happen. This is where you got to have your eyes wide open and head on a swivel. So my cat is getting really testy here. So, excuse me. People, be prepared. And I'm really worried because drones can do very nefarious things. I don't want to even talk about it. The things I'm aware of really concern me. Really, really concern me. I hope if somebody can get this to Donald Trump, that maybe they would move the venue to something indoors. Maybe they would consider Mar-a-Lago. Something needs to be done. But it's worth noting that there will be 4,000 police officers in the D.C. area, and a total of 25,000 law enforcement and military personnel on site at the inauguration. So this is coming from Matt McCool, who's a special agent on guard for this, and I'm trying to say alerted and warning at the same time. Both these words trying to come out of my mouth simultaneously. So there are. I'm doing this totally ad lib. There's no script here, guys. So there's just so much to be concerned with here because there's so many groups, potential terrorist cells. Iran, who knows that President Donald Trump is not going to be their best friend, and other activities, nefarious activities, that could cause a lot of trouble. There's a lot of individuals who aren't fond of Trump who could cause a lot of trouble. And Lord knows some of these other groups that caused riots back, a few years ago, burning cities and things like that, as you might recall. Are they poised to do something? I hope not. Let's pray the power of God lets Donald Trump assume office, just like it preserved him in Butler, Pennsylvania. So I think it is time to pray, folks. We got to do some serious praying, but we also need, like I said, prep and pray and hope for a better day. There's just so much at risk right now. I'm not going to be on here long tonight because I probably need to crawl. I got a big sleeping bag behind me. I need to crawl in this thing because it's so darn chilly. It's the only way I'm going to stay warm. I got a little 1500 watt heater in here, but in a van here in this kind of weather, it just really don't cut it. So, in any event, guys, something else to note is that the Federal Bureau of Investigation and U.S. Department of Homeland Insecurity, as I call them, are warning of copycat strikes like happened in New Orleans. So they're expecting a lot more stuff to occur. FBI and DHS are concerned about possibly retaliatory attacks due to a persistent appeal of vehicles ramming, tactics like was done in New Orleans, things like that. They put out a public service announcement, and they stated that previous attackers inspired by foreign terrorist organizations who have conducted vehicle attacks in the United States. Oh, no, how about that? Isn't that an admission? Isn't that an admission? They stated previous attackers inspired by foreign terrorist organizations who have conducted vehicle attacks in the United States. What kind of admission is that? And abroad have used rented, stolen, and personally owned vehicles, which are easy to acquire, some of which have additional weapons such as firearms and cutting instruments, I should say, and to attack individuals after the vehicles have stopped. So that's what the guy in New Orleans tried to do. He tried to go out and do other things. He got out, but he was taken out. So what else could happen? Maybe we shouldn't ask that question. Sometimes you get answers you don't want to hear or don't want to see. But guys, it's time to be alert. It is time to be aware. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Hey, New Days, I'm glad to see all you guys in the house. Got Jason with the Green Country Agroforestry. Good morning to you. So the threat level now is off the charts. They do not want Donald John Trump to assume office. And if he does assume office, they're going to do everything in their power to stop him. There was a video that has come out where they have got this guy who was the FBI's liaison to the Joint Chiefs of Staff, claiming to some lady who he didn't know, who he was trying to flirt with, didn't know was recording him, that claiming that they had a plan, that he was going to meet the next day with the Joint Chiefs of Staff to discuss a plan to stop Trump. Guys, this is a coup. If true, that's a coup. And guess what? He got fired the next day instead of meeting with the Joint Chiefs of Staff, because that came out real fast. He got fired. So there is plenty to be concerned about right now. And, those folks who subscribe to that letter, like the squiggly tail, I don't even want to say the name on here because I get me in trouble. 4 years ago, the Department of Defense, the military will keep Donald Trump in office no matter what. And I said, you got to be crazy. That's Obama's appointed field grade officers that he put in. Like he fired about 300 officers and put his own in place of them. The military, as you can see it from our former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Millie Vanilli, as I like to call him, General Milley. He was no fan of Trump. In fact, he's been now. It's been alleged now he actually turned directed energy weapons on the crowd on that certain little gathering he had in D.C. 4 years ago. If you know what I'm talking about, I got to be very careful what I say on here because this platform. It's not like X. It's not a free speech platform. So, got to be very careful what I say and how I talk about it. But guys, there is so much to be concerned with right now that it's not funny. So, I had people telling me that stuff 4 years ago. I said, no, that's bunk. I knew what was going on in the military a lot better than all these people making all these claims. Blah, 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 blah. Well, we see that didn't happen. Now we see the military apparently at the very top echelons may be involved in a coup, possibly. But having this come out may be the best thing in the world, because that may be what thwarts them from doing this. You can see this on some of the other channels. I think Redacted posted that video. It was on another unspeakable, I can't say it, with a Mr. Jones platform that is, it's a 2-letter platform, ends with war, starts with info, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of people don't like him, but, but that's the material. The video is the video. So, take that to heart, guys. Anyway, so I'm going to check out what you guys, treason at its finest, and not only in America. Yes, Arnold. Yes, that would be an act that would fit in that category. Now, see, what they want to do is they want to paint Trump as Mr. Orange Man bad. Not only that, they're saying he's a Hitler. Well, there's that organization, Tifa Anti. Let me just kind of throw it backwards at you. That is supposedly anti-fascist, but they act like a bunch of brown shirts. Let's see. Biden has been caught, and now it's been shown that he was involved with his son's dealings and all that stuff. And, so much stuff that came out from the state that's so deep, right? That, we had the 51 top intelligence officials of the United States sign that letter, claiming that that Biden had no association with the dealings of his son. And now we've got video showing he was actually meeting with them. So much for them, so much for all the stuff they tell us. And then they want to talk to us and lecture us about misinformation and disinformation. Well, that kind of stuff comes from on high, because they're, what are they trying to pull on us, guys? The thing is, what I've always told you guys, there's more of us than there is of them. If they pull off some of the stuff, it could start a civil war. I mean, we don't want a civil war. Civil war is the worst thing that could ever happen in this country. Well, shy of an EMP or, total grid down, which China may be poised to instigate. But, it's interesting. What's really interesting to me, Christopher Wray, upon leaving the FBI, has told us that, China is just like, suddenly it's new news. New news. China has hacked all of our critical systems. They're in everything. They got sleeper cells in this country. They're ready to take down our entire critical infrastructure. You never heard that before from on this channel or on my Green Rig channel, now have you? Since the inception of my channel, when I've been warning you guys about this stuff, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, how long ago was I been talking about that? Since 2018, since I started on YouTube? Yeah. That's been a little while back, hasn't it? Wow. We're running up towards 7 years I've been warning you guys about this stuff. At least over 6. So, but suddenly it's like new news. You got to wonder, who allowed this? Who allowed order? You remember, the head of the Department of Homeland Insecurity, Mayorkas, told us, the border's secure. Remember that? Remember that? Oh, yeah. But who is it that gets accused of misinformation and disinformation? Zombie apocalypse, army of 12 monkeys. Yeah, that's about where we're at, right? Alan Mayer just say, what? Yeah. Who allowed this stuff to happen? Why do they allow these drones to fly unfettered over our military bases? Why over the White House? I guess they're sniffing for nukes over the White House. Yeah, that's the narrative. They're sniffing for nukes. Like somebody's hiding a nuke in the White House. And all over military bases. Yeah, right. There's more to it than what they're telling us. More to it, my friends. And some of these drones have properties that don't fit a drone's requirements if its job is to sniff out something. For example, they have offensive capabilities, the capability of taking out drones that go to investigate them. They like lose power. This happened on multiple occasions to sheriff and police department drones that went up to see what this other drone was all about. Dropping out of the sky, losing power. These are said to have flown over cars and their clocks changed. That's not regular propulsion technology in those cases. So what is it? Oh yeah, by the way, so there was that one Livisberger that made a certain allegation in his testimony, his manifesto, about the nature of some of these drones. Now, you may or may not accept that. Hey, but you know what? I'm planning on my Galactic Greg's channel to post a video really soon where I'm going to describe to you the U.S. Army, or I'm going to tell you a little bit about the fact that the U.S. Army has had and may still have an anti-gravity research program dating back to 2001, at least, that we're aware of. 2001. And we're pretty sure it ran through at least 2014 and went black like a year or two, like in 2002, 2003. That program went black. So it's a good chance that that thing is still in operation. So what would they be doing for 2.5 decades almost? What kind of capability could they have developed in a black program running 2.5 decades? We're going to discuss that on Galactic Grades. Oh yeah, by the way, I just posted a short on Galactic Grades about the New Glenn launch, which just happened. Blue Origin just launched their New Glenn rocket. Go there and check that out. My Galactic Grades channel got demonetized because I've been so busy in my move, I've not had time to post videos. I've focused most of my videos on my Green Grades channel, just because more people watch that channel than any of my other channels, including this one. So I need help getting views up on this channel because the political stuff, I'm trying to move over here to this channel. And this is a political topic here. So I'm trying to move more and more of this kind of stuff over here to this channel. And eventually Green Graves needs to return to gardening, homesteading kind of stuff, because I should have plenty of content soon here in Arizona in that context, I hope. Good Lord willing. But, guys, help me out. Help me get that channel remonetized, because I need like over 1,000 hours of watch time on that channel to get it remonetized. I did not know they were going to demonetize a monetized channel. Good Lord, I'm still getting views over there on some of my videos, but apparently I fell below that threshold. I didn't put out any videos. Even this channel may be in danger of getting demonetized, because I've not put a lot of videos over here either. So all the support I can get in this regard, I really appreciate it, guys. Puckhead Trudeau is still trying to stay relevant. Yeah, apparently, he got the parliament suspended? Now he's trying to stay in power or something? I don't know. What's he up to? Yeah, it's not a very democratic move. And, a lot of these, containing freedom of speech, which Biden was definitely behind, is that democratic? They're accusing Trump of being Hitler. Who has acted more like that? What party has been more in that regard? I don't know, guys. You tell me. So I think these allegations are highly misplaced. But they may use that as an excuse to do other nefarious things if we don't call them out on it. That's why it's important that these things get revealed, that these things get seen, that they become aware of. Now, I didn't post it on the Facebook group of Freedom Restoration Foundation, but there is a chat for the members of that group. I did post on there that video I've been talking about here, so check that out, guys. A video that deals with that. So if you're a member of that, check that out. If you're not a member, go to the Facebook group and join Freedom Restoration Foundation. Anyway, guys, so those Pandaland drones have their software programs changed for disregarding the no-fly zones. That's what I was saying, Arnold. The company's DJI, and that no-fly zone stuff is called geofencing. They just dropped it, which is a very dangerous move, especially right before the inauguration. Is China up to something? Did they do that on? Of course they did it on purpose. Of course they did it on purpose. Maybe they're just crossing their fingers and hoping somebody will do something nefarious because of that. China is not our friend. It is. They are not our friend, my folks. A lot of people think they are. And that's one area Elon Musk is mistaken. And he'll pay for it because they're copying all this technology to use for their EV cars and their robots, which you can produce much cheaper than Elon. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's a lot at risk here. I'm gonna chat. I'm gonna pan through the chat here, and I'm gonna probably call it a night here early. Probably make this a really short video. So let's see what folks are saying. Hey, friends, Sheila, Dean. Get some mornings here from folks. All right. Hey, sir, people are, yeah, be careful what you say. We keep it a family channel, folks. Just be careful what you say. Stay safe and alert. Yes, traveler. Three dots. I don't get three dots. I don't know what you're talking about there. Not from my screen. I'm not running from my phone here. Anyway, here. Oh, we got Denmark in the house. Hey, Alan Mayer. Let's see. Here in Denmark, we got Spy from who country? Oh yeah, yeah. They're taking out cables. Like that, they're not our friends. Taking out communications cable all over the place. After the Gulf, the good folks began emptying out their armed forces. George Senior was not a good man. I agree. No fan of George Senior or any of the Bushes. Not a fan. -2C here. In one part of Idaho. Hey, Stan. How you doing, buddy? Now, Stan and New Days. We got some members in here for our Freedom Restoration Foundation. Yes, Trump needs to watch out. Yeah, who knows who? Yeah, Ukrainian-style drones. Yeah, and others. Our members, we need to pray for each other. Amen. I know more than I want to say. You know, I just don't want to. I don't want to encourage any nefarious activities. George Bush will be speaking to BBC. Von Braun Civic Center? BBC, what's... Ace Lee, are you serious? Who names the rocket Glenn? Well, they named their suborbital rocket Shepard, New Shepard, because Alan Shepard flew suborbital first, and the first guy to fly orbital was John Glenn. So he's just kind of taking that approach. Somebody thinks if he'll build a rocket along the lines of a starship, he'd probably call it New Armstrong. I don't know. Thank you, New Days, for sharing my True Leaf Market links. Guys, you need to get your seeds. And the Eden Brothers, guys. You need to get seeds because you need to prepare. You need to be able to grow your own food. The grid is probably going down. Probably sooner than later, especially the way we're hacked massively from China. Just expect we're maybe losing our grid before you can wink an eye. Really and truly. We may lose it. Also, check out my links to go to. Now, those are affiliate marketing links. If you use those links, I'll get some credit. I get a little percentage of your purchase. It won't cost you any more. So that helps me. Also, if you go to prepwithgreg.com, you get long-term food storage and other prepping items like water filtration. You got to remember, the most important thing is to purify and sanitize your water. Consider for things. Cowboy Roy posted some interesting things. Doug, yeah, pay attention to Cowboy Roy's channels and Doug's channel. I need to do more to promote them. Goldbacks and Green Gregs. Actually, for the Goldbacks, what you got to do is use that coupon code Green Gregs. It's not really an affiliate link. Just go to the website and use the coupon code Green Gregs, and you get 1% off. And they only operate on a 3 to 4% margin. So when they give you 1% off and me 1%, it really cuts their margin. So that's why they make you the offer. It says if you can find a better deal anywhere else, they'll meet it or beat it. That nobody else is making that kind of offer when you're buying gold and silver and platinum. But you can buy gold, silver, platinum, and bullion the bars, the coins, the rounds, or you can get the goldbacks, which I like those because they're flexible and just like a dollar bill, you can stick them in your wallet. And they're fungible because it's small quantities measured in the thousandth of a troy ounce. So it's something you can spin a lot easier than uh, shaving off chunks of a gold bar. Anyways, we're talking barter here, guys. Yeah, I was hoping to be in my tiny home. It's just not ready for me to set up yet. But I've got power in there. I can fix food. I got my buddy heater. It's probably warmer in there than it is in here right now. If that bum buddy don't flame out, those things are getting. I've got two of them, and both of them will just cut off. I don't know. I got some problems with them. I've had three of my buddy heaters, and I'm not really happy with any of them, to be honest. Three. Every one of them's got a shortcoming. Anyway, guys, big Coast Guard presence on Tennessee River. Ooh, interesting. That. Well, what's going on there? That's very interesting. Guys, we're living in challenging times. Very challenging times. Get your preps ready now. Just like the grid might go down tomorrow, and it literally may do it. In the next 4 days, things can get very interesting in the lead up to the inauguration. Some of their rallies, they're planning a rally prior to the inauguration and thereafter. Because that subject video I just mentioned, that could be immediately thereafter kind of a scenario. Anyway, sounds like the regular power grid on a stormy day. Well, if it goes down, it may not come back. If they fly those big transformers, it's over. That's all there is to it, guys. So you need to get ready. You need to be prepared. So, guys, I'll make this a short video tonight. I'm chilly. I need to get warm. Best way to get warm now is to crawl in this big sleeping bag here. I mean, I'm sitting here with jackets and stuff over me, and it's just not enough by itself. Oh yeah, by the way, here's the cat. He's chilling out. Hang on. So I got a jacket on and a blanket on my legs here, and it's just not enough. He goes, "What are you doing, Daddy?" So, anyway, guys, yeah, I got my laptop in front of me tonight, so that's a change. So, get your kitty. All right, folks, do remember, we are in nefarious times. We are in the danger zone. There's great hope that Trump will make great changes and turn this country in a very positive direction. But there's a whole lot of resistance coming up against that. Very strenuous resistance. You got to remember, JFK just made some mentions. What happened to him? So, where's your hand warmers? I got one of them right here. I'm going to throw it in the bottom of my sleeping bag. I put one in last night. But they're, sometimes it's not enough. But anyway, yeah, I got it hauled in the back here, guys. But yeah, Chewy gave me a couple of these hand warmers. And one of them is not responding to charging or something. I don't know what's going on. I got the one that works here. Anyway, tariffs will change everything in both countries. Yeah, that's true. And that's the way we ought to be taxed, not income taxes. But anyway, so Chewy did send me some hand warmers. When I get into town during business hours, the post office there is only open in business hours, and not open at all on Saturdays like the one where I had back in Tony. So I've got to be in town in business hours, but if I am, Chewy sent me some coffee. So thank you, Chewy. Appreciate those donations. Anyway, folks, at a lot of military percent here also in Northwest Florida. So, you know, I'm not ratting on the military overall. What I'm saying is just the leadership is there's a lot of Obama's hand-picked officers up there. That's what I'm worried about. And just all these bureaucrats who are facing the termination of their jobs, the power they've held for decades. They hold a lot of power over us. You know what? The ATF is going against the court rulings on the AR pistols with the shoulder things. You know, they tried to come up with some rulings, and on the ATF side, and the courts have been striking down. Well, they just decided they're going to ignore the courts. Isn't that kind of illegal? Isn't that kind of rogue? Anyway. So see you in a couple of days, Rocket Man. There you go. I'll be back here, guys. Well, thank you, New Days, for posting that. I appreciate that. She's posted how you can donate to me directly. So usually when that's posted, I usually get a donation of some sort. So salute to you. Thank you for that, and thank you for all the posts you put up here, New Days. The rest of you mods might want to take notes and kind of follow that example that New Day sets. And Michelle, when she's in the house, she also does that. So I appreciate that, guys. So, folks, we've been going 30 minutes. That's long enough for a video tonight. I've done relayed the main message here, and that is the inauguration is a precarious situation right now. Any of these rallies, anywhere you go right now in big crowds, you better watch out. I would avoid big crowds. Get your preps in order. Be situationally aware wherever you go, and get right with your maker, and look out for your family. And the best way you can do it is to prep. And look at some of these links New Days posted. I'm not going to go into this video, probably post anything else, because I'm gonna crawl in a sack real fast, because it's in the wee hours. I did a video. Listen to me. Redneck talk. Yeah, I got some redneck in me, you know. At least we got a ceasefire. Amen, Ace Lee. There is progress. There is hope. But also, you got to bear in mind, Israel's kind of cleared the deck so they could take a hit at Iran. That's what they've been wanting to do, because they've had to watch their six in the left flank with Syria. The six with the Palestinians in the left flank in Syria, Hamas and Hezbollah, have been put down. So apparently there's going to be a hostage release here soon. So hopefully that'll take place. Anyway, guys, watch out. Be prepared. I'm getting chilly. I got to get warm. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for all the posts. Thank you, mods. With that, I'm going to say, be aware, prep and pray, hope for a better day, and Greg out.